In this episode 1, being a teacher is not just about techniques or showing people how to punch and kick. It's about shaping lives, guiding students, and passing on a legacy. So in this first part, we're going to talk about the calling of a martial art teachers. Why do we choose this path? And what does this fully mean? So, why teaching is a calling? So many people practice martial arts for fitness, for fighting, self-defense, for health, for longevity, for calming of the mind, or even for self-defense. But becoming a teacher is a complete different journey. Being a teacher is responsible for more than just movement. They're responsible for the growth of students' body, mind, and spirit. When you step into the role of a teacher, you are no longer just a martial artist. You become a role model, a guide, and sometimes even a second parent to your students. That's why teaching must be a calling, not just a career choice. If you are teaching only for money, fame, or ego, all your students will sense it immediately. But if you teach out of a genuine passion to share knowledge, to help others grow, and to preserve the art, then you step into the true role of a sifu, a teacher. I don't want to use the word master, but I should say teacher. So what is my experiences in my life of teaching martial art, especially Wing Chun? I would like to share a little about my own journey. Started martial art at a young age in Malaysia. At first it was just survival. I was a sick child, I had asthma, and I wanted to be strong. Martial arts healed me and gave me confidence. So when I later came to London, I trained under my master, Lee Singh, who was a direct student of Grandmaster Yip Man. So for many years, I was a student, training day and night, sometimes even living with my master. I never thought about teaching at first. I only wanted to improve myself. But one day, my master looked at me and said, "Austin, it's time for you to pass this on." That moment changed my life. I realized that the art I had received was not mine to keep, it was mine to share. And this is when my calling began. It's how I started teaching martial art. So what is the responsibility of a teacher? I never call myself a sifu from the beginning. I always call myself just as a teacher. When you become a martial arts teacher, you carry a huge responsibility. Students come to you with trust. That's why they come to you, right? They trust you. They put their safety, their confidence, even their self-identity into your hands. But if you teach with arrogance, you may damage them. If you teach without discipline, they may pick up bad habits. If you teach without care, they may even get hurt. A great teacher must therefore balance three things. This is very important. Knowledge. You must know your art deeply. You really must truly know the art deeply before you go out and teach other people. Wisdom. You must know when and how to give that knowledge. And third, compassion. You must care for the growth of your student as a whole person. This is why teaching is not for everyone. But if you feel the responsibility deeply, then you're ready to walk this path. It's not an easy journey. Everybody thinks that it's so easy. Fame, and everybody look up on you. That's not what it is. The difference between a fighter and a teacher: a fighter trains to win. A teacher trains to give. That's a big difference. The fighter is about ego. I'm strong. I can be a world champion. I'm unbeatable. But the teacher just gives. As a fighter, you focus on yourself. Strength, your timing, your strategy. But as a teacher, your focus shifts to others. How can you pass on your knowledge? How can you awaken confidence in a shy student? How can you help someone overcome fear or anger? In Wing Chun, this is especially true. Wing Chun is not about showing off power. It's about efficiency, balance, and humility. If a teacher has ego, the art will suffer. But if a teacher is humble, the art will shine through the student. So to be a great teacher, you must shift your mindset from self-centered to student-centered. That means you have to become the student. So in this first part of the series, we talk about the calling of a martial art teacher. You need to train too, right? How to teach. So there are experiences. Teacher is not just a skill, it's a responsibility, a passion, and a way of life. Ask yourself, what do I want to teach? Is it to show off? Is it to help others grow? If you choose the second, you're already on the path of a great teacher. In the next episode, part 2, we'll talk about what it means to master the art before you teach. Why your own foundation must be strong before you pass knowledge on others. Thank you for joining me today. If you enjoyed this lesson, make sure to like, subscribe, and share it with your friends who love martial art. Remember, teaching is not about you. It's about the legacy you pass on. I'll see you in the next episode.